Hello and welcome. So this is Ryan Ford with another Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX tutorial. So this time, making a video for any percent no OoB, or no wrong warp, not a bounce. So first off, before I begin, so you can see that there's an input display on the top of the screen, so might be able to use that for reference for some tricks that you might be having a hard time with, potentially. Additionally, don't be alarmed if you see an EverDrive menu come up, because I'm gonna probably save state for a bunch of stuff. So anyways, here we go. So yeah, so it takes about 25 seconds. Oh yeah, timer starts when you select the file also. So yeah, it takes roughly about 25 seconds to get out of this house, so you want to be about here. Is it here? Oh, I guess I was one pixel too low. So yeah, 1 pixel higher than what I said. You can talk to Terran. So first off, clipping. So you can clip into solid tiles here. So you can see. So if I come up here, a Link is not as high through the fence, but if I clip to the side, from the side of it. So yeah, so Link can clip up to, was it 3 pixels? Into solid tiles. So try to not stop too much. I'm talking about stuff. If the Octorok moves right, you want to hold your shield here. Oh, okay. I got to show it. I'm gonna save state here. And show 2 different strats you can do. So we want to farm the beach for 10 rupees. So, just like in the Hundo tutorial, you ideally don't want to get hit there. But, you can, damage boost to get the sword early. Ideally, you don't want to get knocked into the water, though. You get the sword early. But, here, I'll show what happens, though. So, the urchin, when it gets hit by the spin slash, if it gets hit, then, it'll usually get knocked straight left, so... it actually dropped the rupee, but it gets dropped all the way over there, and we want to go up. So, other strat, which is slower by about a second, if you're going for the damage boost strat, is to go this way and push the urchins, and walk along the shoreline, ideally not being in the water, because again, you have slower movement, but if you're pushing that urchin to the side, it'll get knocked, like, upwards instead. So you can grab the sword early by holding your shield out still, even on this side. So I'm gonna save state here. I don't know if I'll get a drop or not, so no drop. But if a rupee does drop, you can try to put up your shield on the same frame that it touches Link and the shield, and you can duplicate it. So it'll collect it twice. So here we want to do rupee duping as much as we can. So like that one duped on the bottom. Those didn't dupe since I got stuck on the wall, for example. And want to try and get as close to 10 rupees. So you can save and quit early if you get a really high amount of rupees, but if not, if you're short, so you want to farm the grass here. Yeah, I got one right away. So yeah, you just like spin slash like all the grass, like kind of in this pattern, and if you don't have enough, then you can just reset the room and then keep spin slashing. So you have a 1 in 16 chance per grass tile, and you're cutting 8 grass tiles per spin slash. So here is stealing. So we need the shopkeeper to look up for a brief amount. I think it's about 10 frames when he turns up, then you can steal. So here, if you're holding, so what buttons am I holding? So B, start, and select. So I'm going to press A to confirm that I'm buying the bomb. So with the 10 rupees, you can confirm and open your save and quit menu. And the bombs will be in your inventory, as you can see. But I didn't spend the rupees, so I still have them. So you can do this again. Same thing. So for this route, ideally, you want to get 10 rupees compared to like the Hundo video. So again, make him face up. And then I can see how I waited briefly. And then, so there's a bit of frame saver here where you can like press B and A, like if you're in range to talk to the kid, and you can like not talk to the kid, and how Link held out his sword and cut the bush early. It's kind of advanced text, so don't be miffed if you miss it though. And then make sure you press B after you confirm playing the trendy game. You skip the rest of the text. And then probably like the Hundo video, I'll make a marker for where I pressed A there to grab this powder. There's like 2 different setups that you can do, but yeah, generally you do that safer one, like waiting for the powder as it's like just about to hit the rightwards arrows at the top, just before it. So this category, you want to go up into this house to set your save point, and then gonna be trying for a trick here called bomb trigger. So you can equip your items on whatever button you want that feels comfortable. There's a nice community debate about sword on A versus sword on B. So since I was 1 tile away from the screen transition, which I'll get into as I'm going to do the next bomb trigger that actually is mandatory, so that one saves 2 seconds. So you want to spin slash that moblin. So you have to spin slash them first. Go to the top of the screen, and then want to press forward to screen transition and bomb at the same time, and you'll be able to bomb trigger there. You can just pause buffer it and have both inputs at the same time. So here I'm opening save and quit when I open the chest to save and quit first off. And also with other chests that I'm going to open, you can skip the text on most of the chests that you open and save a bit of time. I think it's like 8 frames per. So there's a trick here called pit walk that you can do, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. You can definitely look it up if you want. That people usually go for if the run's like on its deathbed. So you put the key in from the side here, and you can skip the text here that says level 1 tail cave. Here, show again. So yeah, right here, like you get this text. So if you pause, you can save 2 seconds since you need to do a menu there anyway. So you can spam your shield here if those any of these stealthos get in your way, and then wait right here to get, it's called a bam boost in case that mini moldworm gets in your way. And then here you want to bait the bat out of the way and that spike trap by moving pretty much how I did. So if this red dude's gonna jump, you can either, if he jumps lower out of your way there, then you can just walk by, or you can shoot an arrow. So here, what's it called? So there's a bit of a tech, depending on RNG here, for these spiky hard hats. So you can bump him into the hole, bump him over, and shoot him. You can use your sword. You can equip sword when you enter the dungeon as well. Either or. Let's see if I can get a different pattern where you can do this. Nicer looking strat. There you go. So yeah, if you shoot that with an arrow and kill the second one before it falls in the pit, it saves a little bit of time. Sometimes you might have to actually just shoot it to knock it into the pit, depending on like the RNG you get there. So, shield bump to flip. Now here's you can shield bump here. Ideally not take damage, but here I'll show again. So look at my input display. So I turned left and shield bumped there. You can also just take damage without using the shield. Alternatively, if you don't want to risk your health, or if you're at low health, then you can just stop and wait here. So you can unequip your shield. Ideally, you want to open the chest and press start on the same frame. So yeah, I opened the chest with the feather. So when you jump diagonally, while moving diagonally, you move at the same speed as when you are moving in cardinal directions. So here's a trick called super jump. So any walls that have ledges, if you're facing away from the wall, then while you're jumping with the feather, it'll make Link jump off of the ledge, but you have to clip into the wall. So if you saw that I clipped beforehand, so jump and then face upward. So you can turn yourself around by, for me, I shot an arrow. You can use your sword instead if you don't want to waste arrows. And so yeah, I've got the nightmare key. So you want to clip onto the side of here and jump and hold down and right. You can clip into this wall and also super jump over here. So you also won't get hit by enemies when you're mid super jump. So here you shoot 2 arrows. You can stand right over the mini-boss to grab the fairy if you need it for safety, which I did not. I'm going to save state here again. So coming into this boss fight, so first off you want to skip text for equipping. So right about there. And then you can jump behind him, whichever way his head is facing, and hit his tail for a hit. Additionally, if you fall into a pit, you can hold up and jump with the feather and you'll jump back out. So you don't have to go through that whole 2D section. But yeah, I think I have to do the fight again actually. Also, it's slower to skip the text if you already have your items equipped. So I wasted time. So if he's hugging the corners like that, you might just have to be patient as well. Here, let me see if I fight him one more time. So, not sure what's actually gonna happen. The heart actually dropped. So, you might be able to spin slash as well to like save a bit of time too. Which I did not on the first hit, so already wasting time. So you can get 3 hits. But yeah, especially if he's not charging straight at you at the start of the fight, you can like charge a spin slash and take a chance to try and hit him. So the hit detection generally prioritizes hitting his head rather than his body. So so if you're hitting both at the same time, you'll usually just tink off of his head and not hit. Sorry, I said head. Prioritizes his head over his tail, so you'll usually just tink if it's hitting both. So you kind of have to have clean hits on the tail, particularly. So yeah, again, about optimizing movement a bit by jumping diagonally, because Link moves faster. So movement speed is what? Moving in a cardinal direction is 16 subpixels per frame, and then walking diagonally, he moves at 12 subpixels per frame, and then jumping diagonally is 15 to 16. So yeah, here press B. If you're playing in is it in Japanese or is it 1.0 for all versions? I honestly forgot. Someone can correct me if they want. But anyway, so want to be heading this way. Yeah, so compared to the Hundo tutorial I made, so don't have to do any like this extra cleanup. You can try to damage boost off this guy. Ideally get hit straight. So try to skip the heart piece of shame there. And get a save state before I enter here also. Alright, so you want to hold jump and sword when you're coming in. To charge your spin slash there. And you can jump through what's called door lag. So when I kill enemies, or when I'm or when doors are closing or unlocking, you can Link kind of freezes in place for a bit so you can jump. So King Moblin here takes 8. He has 8 health, your spin slash does 2, and your regular sword slashes do 1. So you can also play that a bit slower as well. Here I'll show. It's here. Oh, these jerks! Alright. Are a bit safer. So you can just like keep him on the left side, or alternatively you can get on his right side sooner and just be charging, wait till he dashes at you, and then do the same thing. If you don't want to do that like sword tinking thing I did, to keep him like right beside the wall to like save frames, or try to save frames. But this is also RNG when he head charges at you. So here we get the good boy, depending on who you ask. So save and quit, and then you'll be heading to Dungeon 2. So first off, we got a trick called the flock clip. So when you want to clip into this tree, so you can jump and clip a little, and then you can like move diagonally into this rock, and then you get the text where it's says it's too heavy, and yeah, and so it'll move Link to the left a little. So, and yeah, with that you can like clip through this tree here. If you don't get moved, due to you could have like bad subpixels and not get moved, you can like up your chances by jumping to the rock and holding up and left preemptively. If you fail it entirely, then you just have to reset the room, like go down and up and then try again. Even if you get the bad subpixel, it should, like, probably work. So, here, I'm gonna be entering the screen from a little bit clipped into that coral, or at least just beside the coral. It's supposedly supposed to up your chances for Bow Wow to eat that. And so, it's faster to equip the bow here and shoot those guys. You can also just do a spin slash. You can show that too real quick. Kind of far back, but whatever. I was thinking about like editing it back in, but you can see Bow Wow ate that a little faster. That's still not the fastest he could eat it though. Alright, so yeah, so here's with sword instead. And you can spin slash. Which then, yeah, so still gonna have the menu regardless and equip your bow and feather. Shoot these switches, shoot this guy if he's in your way also. You can grab the powder. The powder's not needed, but you can grab it as a backup for the final boss, because you could, if you like waste too much and like kind of fail the manip at the beginning of that fight. Could matter. So, hold left and slightly down. So hold jump here, otherwise you won't make it to the, you won't make it onto this like I did if you don't hold jump. It's for whatever reason, holding versus not holding in 2D sections has like different properties. This game's weird, but so yeah, up to the mini boss, Hinox. So yeah, just jump through the door lag and shoot two, and try to like swag breaking breaking some of the pits. So here, so you don't want this middle bat to get sucked in to the hole. It might happen sometimes, so hopefully I don't get attacked. We'll see though. Try to save state here real quick. So there's a trick here called the Ghost Skip. So I'll show both strats with the bow and then with the sword. So bow first. You jump back here, jump over when you lure him, and then you can push both of them out of the room with the same arrow. Alternatively, so you have your sword, do the same lure, and then, oh, it didn't work. There you go. And you can get them out like that. So yeah, so yeah, continuing on, so you get the chest, save and quit, and in this category we're going to leave this dungeon. So, gonna head towards dungeon 3. So we're gonna come back and complete that dungeon near the end of the run. Pick up this rock, jump over the hard piece of shame ideally. If you... What's it called? So, when you're holding a rock, if, like, you're not getting impeded movement, then, you can save a frame. So, we want Bow Wow to eat these enemies that he's been eating, because we want to try and get a piece of power for Dungeon 3. So, first off, got a bomb. You can bomb arrow that rock, save a little bit of time. Try to spin slash some of these enemies and kill. If enemies fall in the pit, it doesn't count as a kill. Alright, so here's... What's this called? Villa Skip. So, whenever Link falls in a pit, if you pause... the pause sound just happened. So you hear the pause sound, and if you pause on the same frame, then... it'll cancel Link falling into the pit, but he'll get pushed down a few pixels, so you can just see that I'm standing here. And, what that can do for you is you can screen transition down, so this is not counted as out of bounds for this category. Also, you can buffer pauses into a pause, if you didn't know, by the way. So, when you're unpausing, if you just hold start again, then, you'll pause, so... Yeah, so you can keep just, like, advancing the game one frame at a time until you hear Link fall. So, going down here. So, the best you can, try to follow the path I took. It's not optimal, but close enough. So, dig up the key for Dungeon 3. So you don't want to screen transition when you touch this key, so be careful about that, by the way. It shows a feather because we skipped the villa, also. The save state here again. So, kind of doing this a slightly slower way, but... so if you screen transition down while you're, like, kind of halfway across the tile, so since I'm, like, kind of, like, on the pit tile, then, so same as when I entered the villa, Link will get zipped to the next available tile that he can stand on, so if you transition from that spot, then you get zipped to this tile outside of the villa, so that's how we escape quickly. You can go out the villa backwards, like, and see Richard, which, well, if you've seen the Hundo vid, then you'll see it. So you can actually touch the keyhole from the side, so you can clip into the key block and yeah, hold down left to clip in. So here's the start of Dungeon 3. So again, skipping the text for entering the dungeon. So equipping the bracelet, because yeah, we needed to gain access in here. And then you need to kill all the enemies, so ideally you want to... Here, did I have the save state? I'll show that again. Yeah, I did. Okay. Ideally, you want to kill the Stalfos with that spin slash when you jump in. And the bombites can die faster if they hit like a dropped item from the enemies. So charge the spin slash here and kill these guys. You can jump sideways to make those guys not jump away. Charge your sword here. Spin slash all of them. Because again, we're trying to rack up kills for Piece of Power. So at this point in the game, if we get 30 kills without save and quit or dying, this Guardian Acorn also doesn't count as a drop if it drops, by the way. Then, yeah, then you'll get a Piece of Power drop. Be careful not to grab the Acorn and, like, delete your Piece of Power if they both drop in this room. So save and quit to skip the text again. And here, so gonna be doing a trick called Dodongo Skip. So we gotta do this twice in the run. So you can super jump from here and spin slash. So same super jump. You can do it in spin slash. I heard you have about a 3-frame window, so you can get over the key block. If you're too late, you'll end up getting stuck in this block to the side here. Which I can try to showcase that. Oh wow. It's gotta be larger than a 3-frame window if it worked. Yeah. Oh wow, I still got it. I can't screw it up, I'm just too good, man. I'm teasing. There you go. Yeah, so if that happens, then you have to save and quit or reset your run. So careful about that. Because, yeah, we're trying to get as few keys as possible, so, because of that, we can skip a couple key blocks, so, here we've got the boots, and 2 different strats, so, I'll show you the optimal one, and 2 different setups to do it. So, if you have Piece of Power, then you can hold a diagonal, and then you can jump, equip sword and shield. Oh, that was too early. So that's what happens if you mess up. Here, I'll show it again. So. Yeah, and you can get pushed up here, and then go to the Nightmare Key. So, alternative strat, let's see if I can get it. Try not to be here for too long, though. Ooh, I thought that pause was going to be late, but I'm surprised that worked. Yeah, so you can just do that strat as well. So alternative route. So if you don't have enough arrows, you can just drop a bomb right here. If you have bomb arrows, then you can do it. Say, blow up the wall. Alternatively, if you screw up what we called the French press, that trick I was doing, you can bomb that wall instead as a backup. yeah, so then, so yeah, if you're bombing from either side, then, yeah, then you can boots jump across, and then you go up here and get the key. Alright, so, here, let me see if I can, get this thing again. Ooh, that might be late. I mean, early. Yeah. Alright, there you go. So, alright, anyways, moving on, because I don't think I can, like, edit out any parts even with that. So, moving back down towards doing Dodongo Skip Part 2. Oh yeah, if you bomb the walls instead of doing the French press, these Zols will spawn here again, so you will have to kill them again with the spin slash, like the same way I did the first time coming in the room. So yeah, Dodongo Skip again, and then equip boots preemptively, and then another flock clip. Alright, there you go. So, 2D section, you can kind of like run and jump like Coyote time, pretty much. And so here, you need to press and hold down for about 8 frames, and then release, and Link will just fall like that. While you're falling there, you can equip boots and sword also. And then you can hit this guy through the wall before he teleports if you're fast enough. And you can dash at each of these guys to open the door. Dash here, open this door. Need to bonk the wall here to make Slime Eye drop. Which I'm sure you know, if you, assuming you played the game casually. So, hold up with sword, and then start hitting. So sometimes he might not split while you have Piece of Power. And then yeah, you can boot stash this guy like that, and defeat him. If you don't have Piece of Power, which I should have save stated beforehand to like lose my lose my items or something. If you don't, you want to equip Feather and Spin Slash. These guys, but and then just like Spin Slash them until you kill them. So I won't redo the fight, but yeah, it's like the alternative. For reference, I do have the wrong items equipped now, but at some point between now and like the water part where I'm going to talk to the owl, you would have to equip Feather, because normally you'd have ideally boots and sword equipped from the boss fight. Alright, let's save stay here real quick. Yeah, so whoops. So yeah, just jump. And then equip your sword back, sword and boots. So just follow where I'm going yet again. If this Octorok here shoots, ideally you might want to try and take the hit, the top right Octorok, because we're gonna try and damage down to as close to half a heart as we can. If you didn't take damage there, you can get hit by this fish here instead. And then yeah, so we're gonna purposely damage down. So ideally you want to just get hit by. Well, it didn't work out, but since Bow Wow, sometimes just be hungry, right? Well, that works. Since those guys do 1 heart of damage, then you ideally want to get hit by those rather than the alternative choices. So I've got the bomb trigger here. So generally how I do it, the buffered strat. So I bonk into the wall to be lined up here. Equip bombs, press bombs, and then within a 4-frame window, press pause again. And then when you unpause, then hold bombs in right until you're stuck in this cutscene. So quickly to mention, so you need to be holding left. You can hold left in the cutscene if you want, but you need to leave the screen as this next cutscene is gonna start, because it won't play properly because you have Bow Wow with you and don't have Marin also. So the Walrus will be gone. Alternatively, here, I'll show what happens. I should have save stated closer to the end of the cutscene, but... Alright, let me save state here so I don't have to watch it a third time. Yeah, so here. Yeah, so you're just... stuck like this and the cutscene won't end, so... That means your run is over, because you can't save and quit. Or anything, so... Some people will safety save in case of the soft lock risk, and then just hard reset. Yeah, so... Hold left, leave the screen. So you have to have the right sub-pixels, so that's what dropping the bomb slate does. So if your health is... If you're at half a heart, you can just walk into that lever. Alternatively... if you have more than half a heart, then it's generally faster. Because you have more iframes getting hit there, then instead you want to walk into this cactus, because you have less iframes when you keep getting hit by it. So, save and continue, and then in case of bad RNG from this, buzz blob, then you can go to the right there to avoid it, if it's moving towards you. So we needed to die on purpose so that your buttons are unlocked. Because after doing the Walrus Skip, then your buttons are all locked out as well. Forgot to mention it in this video this time. Yeah, so here, got another mini-boss fight, so... Moldworm. So we make jokes about what's even in here and stuff, so... Wanted to delay that first arrow shot, because otherwise it'll tink off of Bow Wow if you buffer it while walking up here. Yeah, like that. And then, yeah, you have the text, and then it's a whole disaster, right? So, in this category, gotta make sure to delay your shot slightly and walk past Bow Wow so that he doesn't block your shot. Because we never bring him home in this category, because that's slow. And then open save and quit before you fall in the quicksand there. And when you're starting, then yeah, just move up right away and try to avoid getting hit by the buzz blob. You should avoid it if you're holding up from the beginning. If that guy gets in your way, you can shoot an arrow. Could drop a fairy too, which, if you need health, yeah, could get lucky, right? So, pick up these rocks. Could get lucky if Bow Wow eats stuff. And equip boots and shield. So, you shield bump away the Armos is here from the Armos Maze. So, I want to kind of like clip into the pillar a little. And you can also try to pick up and even dupe arrows sometimes. Oh, that's really bad. It's fine, I'll let it rock. Especially because I got that heart drop earlier. So yeah, you can try to dupe like that one. Like he's pretty likely to eat that Armos. Or he might eat the Zol before it spawns too. So, mini boss fight again. So we've got the Armos Knight. So we use an audio cue with the music, and I'm doing this really far back just to play it safe. You could ideally just beat him with one stomp. So he does 1.5 hearts of damage, so... Yeah, this is like kind of the optimal and kind of easier strat in my opinion. Whoa! Whoops. I honestly don't even remember the old strat. If you want to look at like Xander's like Google Doc guide, it has it there, but yeah, so even that's like a little slow, but yeah, it's easy. The infinite boots glitch, so while you're mid dash, then when you get stunned, then Link will get stuck in place dashing, so it's kind of the easy strat. So you can grab that arrow if you want. Obviously that costs a little time. Get hit by the Zol here and not the other guy. Bow Wow should eat that. He might eat the... Whoops. He might eat the one that I bumped by accident. He could eat this guy that I bumped to sometimes. Those aren't consistent. Careful of the bomb from the bomb fairy. And then... yeah. And back to your sword. And then yeah, this bomb fairy could get in the way. Make sure to hold B when you throw the rock so Link puts his sword out also. And yeah, sometimes if you can kill the bomb fairy with a rock, then you might get a fairy drop. If you're really low health, you can also blow up this rock and heal in the fairy fountain too. So here we're gonna be doing what's called Jesus jump. So same as canceling your pause, like the pit buffer for Villa Skip. So you can also cancel drowning in water, then you get moved down a little. So you can jump diagonally, and actually got a frame perfect pause there. So you can advance the game 1 frame at a time. If you're early, obviously if you're late, you just drown in the water. So here, you need to jump near the edge of the platform and hold up and left to jump across. And then here you can boots dash and here. And you shoot a bomb arrow here. It should make Bow Wow eat the cutscene. Hey, I got a hard drop. That's cool. So you need the cutscene for the dungeon spawning, which saves a little bit of time. I've heard different numbers. I've heard 1 second. I've heard 6 seconds. So I don't know which is correct, but yeah. And then pausing is slower when entering the dungeon when it tells you what level, because you don't need a menu. Whereas if you didn't make Bow Wow eat the cutscene and didn't equip the bomb arrows, then yeah, you want to skip the text when you enter the dungeon. So just hold up and left this whole time, and you should get through fine. If your health is too low and you might die from a hit, then you're gonna have to obviously dodge, just react and dodge, because these round jerks are RNG how they move. So when you go up here, pull a bomb, pick it up, delay your throw slightly so that you can blow these guys up. And also, yeah, whenever that Moldorm's in range for you to hit him, then yeah, just shoot him with an arrow if you have enough ammo. So get the level 2 bracelet, save and quit. I guess additional tech, so at some point you do want to equip the level 2 bracelet, but also you can do a bomb trigger here, which saves a very small amount of time. It's not worth pause buffering for it, but if you get it, then it triggers the tiles to start faster rather than waiting for the door to close, and then it'll start. Yeah, like you see how long that took to start compared to when I bomb triggered it. So you have to be holding diagonally when you're doing that bomb trigger, also. And then yeah, you can kind of copy what I did there. The bomb actually missed that one tile that flew to the right. I honestly wasn't paying attention. So drop a bomb right there. And then you can go above these whiz robes, stand up here, equip sword and feather, bump that one down towards your bomb, and you can hit all of them with one bomb and kill them. Then here you can do... Let's see if I can get it. Say I can do a late super jump here to stay clipped into this wall. Or alternatively, if you don't do that, then you have to go, like, you know, up here and then clip in the wall, and then super jump here. Don't talk to that pot, though. And then sword and boot, or boots and bracelet, and then you gotta throw that to open the chest. Then you can text skip, opening, save, quit. So 2 options here. Oh yeah, since I haven't beaten Dungeon 2, you still get this text if you don't have the bracelet when you touch heavy objects. So yeah, you can either flock clip again to get through, or I hope I save state, because alright, cool. Yeah, alternatively you can also do what's called a shack jump. If you're beside an interactable object, so this key block without having a key, then you can do like an unclipped super jump. So I need to do another super jump, so just like in the Hundo video, I'll probably make some like white line that indicates, so the back of Link's hat, like the pointed part, is lined up with like a black line in the wall here, so you can do a super jump there. If you're too high, you'll get stuck in the wall and soft lock. Kind of like how I was stuck in the block for Dungeon 3, so same thing. Try not to get hit by these. And then once you get across this pit, then you can equip bracelet and boots. And then down and left, and then just try to run through these guys, and should be fine. So boot stash here, then horse heads are RNG. So we want to set up. So we're gonna throw the horse heads like onto here. You also get health, which is nice. So after you throw this first pot, then you want to pick up the horse heads, roll once, pick up this pot, and then bring the horse heads here, and then just keep mashing B until you speed up your tries. So 1 in 4 chance to have it both upright. So you can do another shack jump or flock clip, either or. Oh, I forgot that there's a tiles room here. Whoops. Yeah, so don't get sucked into this thing, otherwise you'll be back at the start of the dungeon. But we need all those Zols to get sucked in to open the door. Or kill them all. You can drop a bomb there to kill the Wizrobe to open the door. And then this boss, so we can get 3 hits early by just dropping bombs like right after they explode. And then his text will come up now, and then he'll disappear right after it, so you can only get 3. So you can turn this into a 2-cycle fight instead of a 5-cycle. And then once that second last tile I jumped over, once that passes over you, then you can drop it if you got the rhythm correctly. We use an audio cue for the 4th one. So. And then swag out a little over here. Not really much to say about this, but so we're gonna come to kind of a hard part to optimize in the run, which is chaining Jesus jumps. So I'll try my best to talk about it. No rainbow explosion either. I threw it late. Okay, so first off, you can also bomb trigger to skip the owl landing animation here. And then you can save and quit here so that you gain control. Open your save quit menu to gain control of Link. So then you can hold up and left and fall kind of like more to the left here. And then try to pause, like, as close as you can to landing on the water after. Oh, that was so early. Quit boots. So yeah, again, you can just keep buffering 1 frame at a time until you touch the water. And then you chain the Jesus jumps again, so. And then yeah, screen transition. If this bomb fairy is in your way, you can also equip sword to swing at it on your next jump here. Because yeah, sometimes you'll just get bad RNG where he's in the way. If you also get hit and drown, then you have to wait for all your invincibility frames to run out, or your hit stun to run out, and you can lose like 20 seconds or so. Yeah, so there is one other trick with the feather. I think I should have maybe practiced this before trying, but here. So you can jump with the feather, save quit, and get way more distance here. So that you can potentially skip 1 Jesus jump if you get further, but I didn't get far enough, so. Yeah, that is not easy, but you can do it so that you can do 1 less Jesus jump. Alright, so we're through again. So anyways, yeah, I didn't want to gap too much about it. So now, so the reason we went to Dungeon 6 was so that, the ghost won't spawn after beating Dungeon 4 if you have the level 2 bracelet. So that's why we went to Dungeon 6 early. Despite not having the flippers and having to do all those, like, Jesus jumps and stuff. Yeah, so here, I'll show 2 different paths. One that's, like, swag and slightly slower, or slightly faster, and then the slower, easier route, I guess. So we call French bonks here, so you can... Whoa, what the heck? You can bonk on the rock here, and then make it across this gap. And then try and avoid the buzz blob. You can bonk here again, and cross over the gap. And then yeah, and then you get to over here with the moblins. So the easier route, which optimally is like, I think it's like 0.2 seconds slower. Oh my gosh. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I didn't mean to move that far, but accidents happen, right? So you can also take a damage boost off of the crow if you want to, but yeah, you can pretty much just go that way. And that a few years ago was found out to be faster than a different alternate route, which standardly lost about 0.5 seconds compared to the called the French Bonks. Whoa, I'm back to full health. What happened? So we go in and out of here after talking to the owl, because again, setting up another save and quit point. So the old route, and part of the reason why this having this updated tutorial video compared to the previous one is that after Dungeon 2, then what they used to do was like come all the way over here, and one screen to the right there's a warp tile. Room with a warp tile, and then you would save and quit, so that we could have taken the warp a bit before the French bonks. But it's found that this doing this route is about 10 seconds faster. So yeah, it's updating. So it's called Swag Cave. You don't have to move exactly like how I'm moving, but are coming up to the most important trick in the game. So you're gonna have to even like save state and everything. Alright, anyways, yeah, so obstacle skip. So if you're low enough, you can like jump around this obstacle. Because if you touch it, then you get text about like you might be able to like run through it. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, you can just just run through this. But is it safe? I forget if it's like quarter of a second. I've heard different numbers. It's another one of those situations where, yeah, I've heard like different numbers for stuff, so yeah. But anyways, so in this category we just head straight to Dungeon 4 in South Heights. So gotta drop down here. So category difference from the other video that I made. So we want to go left here because we want to re-up on bombs. So all these flying items, it's like 10 bombs, so yeah, whenever there's a door lag, you can also dash through it. And we entered this room kind of high, because if you go too low, the door will close here, and you'll get like a bit of door lag, so save a little bit of frames there. And then, here, I'll show two strats, yet again. So you can jump over here, bomb arrow this block, and drown. And yeah, so you get the key. So then you're back at the door. Alternatively, so you can, if you get a frame perfect pause here with this Jesus jump, you can save one frame, and you can clip into that block. It also saves a bomb arrow for ammo, so it's pretty nice. Much nicer in Hundo. But yeah, so we go this way. Make sure not to Jesus jump too low, I forgot to mention, because if you're too low, when you screen transition, Link will get pushed down a couple pixels, and you'll end up being out of bounds. So I forgot to mention that earlier as well, when doing like the 5 Jesus jumps. So that's why I was always trying to stay around the top of the screen during those. You charge your sword, you might be able to kill the Helma sword with your spin slash there. And then yeah, these panels are RNG. You can have your sword charged here, jump through. Get the flippers, so completely skipped the mini boss as well. Cue ball. And then so here we're gonna be doing, what's this called? The P-Hat Clink. So 2 different strats yet again. So the easy strat, and the one that I probably recommend for beginners is pots, jump, pause, equip sword, and then yeah, you can just buffer your super jump and your sword here, and P-Hat Clink to get your nightmare key early. Alternatively, so the harder strat is to go from this side, and then yeah, you can do a couple P-Hat Clinks there, which I forget how much time that saves. It's another one of those things where I've heard different numbers, but I think it's about 3 seconds. So you can slash your sword at the apex of your jump there and clip into the wall, and it makes you dive really far if you notice. So I spin slash, skip the text by pausing at the right timing, and then shot 2 bomb arrows straight down as well. So you just delete the piranha killer, as people like to meme about. The German version. And yeah, so it's the end of Dungeon 4. So yet again, if you don't have the level 2 bracelet and you go on the... After beating Dungeon 4, if you go to the southern half of the world map, then a ghost will spawn that, and you have to do its side quest. It won't let you, like, go to other dungeons and stuff. So in this category, we get out by here. And yeah, since the water tiles slow you down a little, you do want to, like, jump on them or dash through them, either way. So yeah, so normally in a run, so saying like Hundo before, how we purposely beat Dungeon 4 before 6, the ghost would have spawned right here. And then, so just gonna make a straightaway break for Dungeon 5 here, which is my favorite dungeon in this category, actually. So yeah, just swim all the way here, and then should know the diving spot. And then you can speed up by a little bit by constantly jumping into the ceiling. If you kind of like clip into the ceiling, you actually don't go as fast. So yet again, tech skip here. And then you can damage boost off that if you want. Spin slash here, then if this Helmosaur moved to the right, the spin slash would have killed him, but if it doesn't, then ideally you want to kill the bats and then chase after the Helmosaur, or whichever is more convenient for you, but you can usually save roughly 3 seconds if you get the 1 in 4 chance of it moving to the right. And then... Oh, whoops. So I forgot to mention about the key I just picked up here. So keys, whenever they fall from the sky and land on you, it's frame rule dependent, but 50-50, whether Link will collect it as it drops right onto him, or 50-50 that it'll fall through him, bounce up once, and then you'll collect it when it lands on him the second time. So you can, depending on a coin flip, you might save a quarter of a second or lose a quarter second every time in the run. Alright, so now there's a whole bunch of stuff we gotta do to get the hook shot. So... Oh wow, what? That's new. So yeah, usually what you do is just jump in and like try to spin slash all of them, but yeah, I know I got hit by that guy. It's kinda awkward. So yeah, spin slash this guy. Usually you don't want to knock him sideways, so I'm gonna take that a little slow. So you do want to stand like right about here and then spin slash, probably facing away from him. So yeah, so he gets a key if you overkill him. You have to do a completely different route if he runs away and you don't kill him though. Which is, I think it's like 3 seconds slower. It's not like a huge number. The alternative route. Yeah. I honestly don't remember how to do it, so probably gotta consult the Google Doc. Alright, so we make Master Sophos 2 run away. Paused a little early because I wanted to skip the door opening animation there. You can avoid getting hit by that guy too if you jump correctly when you push that block. Whoops! Grab extra bombs. Don't get hit here. You can spin slash these guys just to get them out of the way. You can swing at that guy from that position to move him. Move all the way to this block so you can kill that Zol through the wall. And then Master Sophos 3. So he bombs. So yeah, throw again before he lands. Spin slash to make him collapse where the bombs are. Hit him one more time. And then yeah, you can dash during the door lag. And you can get here in one jump, but I used to because I think I was like almost a pixel off. So oh god, I'm getting swarmed. I was gonna save state. So Oh wow, why am I... I didn't realize that. Okay, that makes sense actually. Yeah, so if you're more to the right, you can get hit by the bottom of this blooper and get damage boost. Stronger damage boost than that, but... Oh my god, my controller acted up. I won't be able to show it here, but... You can definitely find it in a run. So if you jump here onto this pillar, Link will dive faster. And then, yeah, so... Now we gotta do this, like 4-tile gap jump here. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, so there's a specific position, like, in between 2 pit tiles, where you can, like, walk a little extra. So, what's a common setup beginners do? Yeah, I think they, like, bonk here, and then... Yeah, they bonk here for the lineup, and then try to... Yeah, okay, yeah. So, you can, like, move up, I guess, and then bonk, and then you can try to space out your jump. But you need to jump, like, right at the edge of the platform, so... I'm not used to doing this strat anymore, but there you go. So... You can get across, so get the key, save and quit. And then we'll move on to Master Stalfos 4. So, can damage boost again there. Which I missed. Oh, the helmet sword moved. Oh yeah, so it's like hitbox will update as well before he actually starts moving too sometimes, so if you're slightly too slow. So you can do this without stopping, but if I kind of jump really late here and do like a long jump. So yeah, that is like a little faster than waiting for the weight to drop down a little, like the first visit that I did. Alright, so Master Stalfos 4, so ideally you want to be in the middle of him. Spin slash, put bomb arrows, give him 3 and kill him. So here, can since you want to equip this item combination, so you do have to wait a bit. So if you saw that the hook shot took a bit of time to appear in your inventory, so you don't want to save and quit right away. To get around this, you can also just do the menu after you pick up the hook shot to make sure that it's in your inventory, because if you save and quit too quickly after you pick it up, then you will have to fight Master Stalfos 4 again, which is costly on ammo and time. So, want to pick up these, because, again, 10 arrows. I fell? That's crazy. So, you can jump onto the pit and pull this out, or you can do a pit jump, which... I'll talk more about those later in the run. So, you clip into the side of this wall, or in the side of that block, and just, like, spam up and your hook shot, so you can clip through here. I'm really low health now. Uh-oh. But yeah, so here's a trick called Bookshot, if I can get it. I'll save state just because frame perfect thing. So if you press... so if you have Hookshot on B particularly, so Feather on A of course, then if you press both on the same frame, Link will pull himself to an object twice as fast. There you go, I got it. Yeah, compared to that. Yeah, so you can see you can pull in twice as fast. So you can skip text here, equip sword and hookshot. So yeah, this boss fight, so gonna wait for his tail to loop around past Link a second time. So one more time. And then move to the middle and try to react to where this guy's coming out of the hole. So you get, so it takes 8 hits to kill. So you can usually do like 4 and 4, 5, 4 and 4, 5 and 3, 3 and 5. And if you don't kill him in 2 cycles and do more than, I think, 5 damage, then you might spawn fake snakes. So you want to be careful about that, because it can really waste your time. And yeah, so coming out of this dungeon, gonna be down right and jump after I finish mashing, or down left and jump, sorry, after mashing through this text. So you can jump into the spot where you can dive and not have to swim there. And then same thing, you can jump out of the water there. And then yeah, you can boots dash, try to however maneuver through these enemies. And then, so the warp tile that's over here, since we did pass by the screen with the warp tile for Dungeon 4, then I'm gonna take this one to go over there. As it is faster. And yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you just keep going this way. I'll pick up the rock. Of course. Ah, threw it right over the guy. He was too close to me. Yeah, so swag cave visit number 2. I don't think I got the boots jump. Oh, I did. Okay. I canceled my dash too early anyway. I did not talk about boots mechanics in this video either, but probably noticed how I've been like charging the boots dash like while moving, so if you need to like take around a corner you want to like preemptively charge compared to like Link to the Past with boots movement. So now we need to get the key for Dungeon 7 as we head over there. So first, we gotta go into the cave with the bird key. We want to save and quit here, which is associated with a glitch in on the Dungeon 7 boss. So head up here. I'm gonna save state here. All right. So here the safe way, I guess I'll do first. So you want to open your save quit menu. So with the pause buffers, you have to do save quit for this one. So A, B, start, select. So when you get this frame where the hookshot is touching Link's nose, I'm going to open a map buffer, which advances the game 4 frames. And then out of this pause buffer your feather and forward. And then pretty much repeat. So front of Link's nose again, and then yeah, so you can skip getting the rooster to fly around this area, pretty much. Okay, and so the unbuffered version. So yeah, you can just manually time the 1 frame, which, oh my gosh, Bow Wow was right there, so that's actually scary. But yeah, so you can, if you saw my input display, I was pressing jump and then pressing hookshot in case I missed the frame. So you can keep trying even though it's each of those jumps is frame perfect. And yeah, especially in this category though, like it's scary with like Bow Wow being right there. So yeah, the buffered strat, you lose what, 2 seconds per extra pause that you have to do. So compared to if you got like each jump first strike, each unbuffered jump first strike. So at best you can lose what, 8 seconds off that, and it could be even more because 2 seconds per extra pause. But you need at least 4 pauses because of the 2 map buffers and pausing on the frame where it's in front of Link's nose. So yeah, so here, so normal way. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, so the feather and bracelet, and then continue through here. If you have, you can try to swag out and do the Spice Father jump in there, which, surprised I got that first try. I never go for that in runs. And yeah, I can jump over this jerk, I guess, now that I have this stuff. Bow Wow in the way. And then, yeah, if you throw the rock and delay and wait for, like, the little rock particles to crumble, then you... And, yeah, so... Here, after you equip Sword and Feather, want to do a low super jump here to get on these blocks. And then you can either normal swing or charge a spin slash to hit that switch, and then... want to have your sword charge. You need to kill this Zol here. And you also can't do a pause buffered bomb drop here for these bomb triggers coming up. But you need to kill that Zol to do the bomb triggers, so you can still line up by jumping here and then pressing down and bomb on the same frame. You can also use these pits to pit buffer bomb trigger as well, like if you're confident. Yeah, like that there. Or alternatively, then yeah, you could just like, as you're walking back up, you can try to do a bomb trigger here. You can buffer the second one if you want, but the first one you can't buffer pre-transition, so you can buffer it after you transition. And then third one, so here, I guess I'll try to show it. So moving diagonal, you can drop a bomb there. On the same frame you're transitioning, you could do a naked super jump there. Or alternatively, yeah, so naked super jump, like, along that interactable block again. Or yeah, alternatively, then yeah, you can bomb trigger here. If you don't want to equip sword, you can also do a naked super jump up here to get over. And then yeah, you can also bomb trigger with the pit while you can like pre-mash while you're waiting for this bomb to explode here. You do have to mash pretty quickly on pits to get a bomb trigger, so. And then the fourth, then yeah, just do another bomb trigger here. And then yeah, it'll collapse the was it the fourth floor into the third floor? So you can push this block, like slightly too high, still slightly too high. And if you do, you can be pre-clipped here and super jump. You can also do the naked super jump if you don't want to switch off bombs, because you could, if you want. Whoops, you could throw a bomb here to hit the switch, or alternatively, yeah, if you have your sword charge, you can spin slash there. And grab these bombs for this category, and then you're gonna be doing what's called Goomba Surf here. So, I should have probably like thought about practicing the backup. So you want to stand like, you want to try to be 1 pixel clipped into the wall. You can use your sword here to like measure as well. So yeah, you ideally want to be one pixel clipped. I might be two pixels, which can still work, but ideally want to be 1. So anyways, so hold down and left. Wow, the Goomba came first try. So you can do a super jump here to get up here, and then what's it called? Yeah, so you get up here. Oh right, I was gonna show the backup. I forgot, and now I save stated, so I kind of screwed things up. Yeah, so I guess normally you'd have probably feather and sword, or maybe bombs, but so you go up here, and then you can PI Clink. So the backup of backups, so oh, I guess you probably want to have bracelet here, huh? Oops. And then yeah, so you can like, if you clip like, you can clip by hook-shotting that pot while you're up against the wall, and then you can also do a super jump and walk out through here. And then you can hook-shot across to get over here to the boss room. So the other backup strat, the faster backup than that one, that's like the backup. Oh, whoops. So you want to super jump onto this, onto this block, and then, yeah, you can, like, jump onto the blocks here. Yeah, and then same thing. So, I think you lose, was it like 12 seconds if you do the last strat I did is faster than the clipping into the pot. But that Goomba surf that I did is RNG. Whether that Goomba will move to the right. So if you don't get the appropriate Goomba, oh my god, this is like slower because I'm like the save stated up there without thinking. It's fine. Tutorial vids have to have a mistake. So yeah, if the Goomba doesn't move like to the right, then swing your sword and then hold down and right so that you don't turn around. Yeah, and then you can hold down and left to come back and reroll. Yeah, so then the Goomba. So you can not buffer the super jump, but I'd usually just buffer it to get ready to equip. Yeah, usually boots and hookshot. Oh yeah, the other thing. So sometimes when you Goomba surf, you might get stuck into this wall here and like not be able to like move up further. But if you do a boots dash, you might be able to get up there, depending on how little you're clipped into it. I don't know if I'll be able to show it quickly. Might make this video length longer because of that. A lot longer, but Alright, that works. So yeah. So I might be able to get up here. Yeah, like that. Okay, glad I could get that quick to show. But... So the buffered super jumps went too well, so I didn't get to show it before. Yeah, so remember when I mentioned that I save and quit inside the cave when getting the bird key? So the reason is for this fight. So when you hit this guy, you can shoot your hook shot through the floor, and you can hear that he's getting hit. So you can just kill him with whatever projectile you have. Alternatively, yeah, so if you fall down before you get the heart, you gotta fight him again too. But if you fall down this screen, oh wow. Then you can't shoot the hook shot through the floor anymore. So you gotta do like the no SWOOB strat, I guess. No save, put wrong warp out of bounds. So yeah, you can just like throw bombs there every time he flies off the screen. Alright, so I'm gonna do the normal kill, but then it's a bit faster to hookshot the heart from down here than to, and you wait for it to fall all the way down first. It's a little faster to do it like that than to hook it from the top. Alright, so through Dungeon 7, so pretty much got Dungeon 8 and the latter half of Dungeon 2, and then the finale. So we get in there. So here you want to need to open your save and quit menu and hold down and left so you don't fall down that pit, because if you fall down this hole, then you'll end up at the bottom of Tal Tal Heights, and it loses a lot of time like climbing back up compared to going that way. So yeah, so you end up all the way down here. So that is very slow for this category if that happens. So you can like bonk to go over that crab. Or whatever that enemy is. With the skull. Don't bonk there though. That's not intended. And then yeah, so we're gonna head over to Marin now that she's stuck up here. I don't know how she got up here. So boots dash. And then I actually start mashing start towards the end of this cutscene to pause, and then while with the boots dash, equipping feather and sword. So you can just jump across. So if you're below her, then you won't talk to her. But say if you're too high, then you'll trigger this super long cutscene where she talks to you for a while. Then oh my god, that's bad. Whatever, we've got extra content with me yapping. So yeah, she'll talk to you, then her dad will talk to both of you, then they'll both leave, and then the owl will come and talk to you. So it's like, I think it loses like 40 seconds in Japanese, something like that. And more in English, of course. Yeah, so usually just mashing pause there instead of manually timing it helps me. So that's my little secret. So yeah, jump over those enemies, and then this 2D section here. This category can buffer a bookshot here to get across, and then equip boots and bombs. Because you need this item combination, but we also needed to equip the bookshot again anyway, so just save a little bit of time with the bookshot there. Yeah, that's silly, but when you drop down that cliff, you can hold here, I'll load the save. Okay, so when you get here, hold... Wow. Is that gonna work? Wow. What? I save stated by accident? Okay. Well, that's fine. Alright, so... you can clip into the wall, and with that you can avoid getting pushed back by the flame fountain, because normally... yeah, you get flung like really far backwards. Yeah, so you clip in, and then you can avoid getting hit a second time too. If you're a little slow, you can get hit twice and you'll lose like 5 hearts. Dude, how do I keep getting eaten by these guys? Alright, so bonk, you can bonk against that wall to line up, and then do another bomb trigger here to wake up the turtle rock, so you don't have to, what's it called? Get song 3 and the ocarina, because we don't even have that. Whoops. So pause here and equip these. Don't do what I did. And then you push this, hold down left, charge your boots as well, and jump across. And then buffer super jump there. You can then bomb arrow this. I want to clip into this wall while you spin slash that guy. Whoops. Super jump. And then there's a 2 pixel wide 2 pixel wide window here where you can do a bookshot clip. So you want to like brush the edge. I guess I'm doing that with jumping. If you saw me press down on the D-pad. And then gonna do a bookshot, so remember that hookshot on B, feather on A particularly. And then buffer to bookshot. So yeah, so there's a 2 pixel wide window where you can clip through that key block. Skipping needing a key. And skip a large chunk of this dungeon. All the mini-boss refights we're supposed to do. So yeah, Blano here, then yeah, just spin slash him 4 times. You can grab the fairy if you want. And then, yeah, save and quit once we get the magic rod. Or we also call the wang. So yeah, same thing here. And then jump across. I want to do a naked super jump here, so we don't have to do extra menuing. And then 2 strats here. So strat 1, I forget the name, lava swim. So yet again, can Jesus jump also on lava. Yeah, so there's the frame. So if you screen transition normally here, you might. Oh wow, it actually worked. So if you're on a bad subpixel, Link might just start infinitely drowning in the lava, but also not taking damage. So then you have to save and quit to get out of there. Let me try to see if I can show it real quick. Okay, yeah, there you go. That works. Yeah, and I can't pause as well. So I can't, like normal pause would start, so I can't equip the feather either. So if you don't have the feather equipped, this is a soft lock, and we do want to equip, optimally, we do want to equip, well, sword and bow, because swinging your sword here, always make sure that you have the correct subpixels here, so you can just swim up to this area afterwards, and then you gotta shoot this. So the other strat is, especially if you're low on items, could be a good backup. Oh my gosh. So you can push the block here. Ideally not drown there, but if that does happen, I guess I can show the backup actually. So if you touch the lava, you can get clipped, pushed down a bit so you're clipped into the wall, and then you can super jump up here. Grab all these items, and then I guess you'd want to use the bow for the super jump. Probably be more optimal because one less menu, right? Yeah, so you either strat. So yeah, one more time. Yeah, swimming in lava is epic though, so why wouldn't you want to do it? So here, equip feather and magic rod. Hey, I got the key in one drop. Ideally, try to shoot that guy, the Vire, before he runs away. And then kill these guys. So super jump there, and then drop off ledge, charge your sword so that you can get cue ball here and just kind of loop him like I'm doing. Because he'll like turn around every time you hit him, so then you can like hit him from the backside like after he turns each time. So now we've got what we call the Roomba room. So there's like dozens of puzzles you can do here. So I think one of the more common ones is doing something like this. So you can just like pick one to copy. Also in Xander's Google Doc guide, there's like a few patterns that show. So yeah, so you can do that. Yeah, so the jumping situation's kind of weird there, but oh yeah, there's a janky thing that can happen. If you stop your movement on top of where this tile where the chest spawns, then the chest will always spawn right underneath you. So yeah, so I think this is how I used to do it. Honestly, can't remember. Been so long. You know, without missing the zigzag part at the end. But, hey. Oh, I think I went like this, actually. Yeah. It was like this. I remember. And then, I usually jumped somewhere else in between to also not, be so low down when I end there with the jumps. There was a way that I did to get, like, closer, but I honestly can't remember it anymore, because I just do the other thing now. So, grab items, and get another Jesus jump here, so that you can clip into the wall a bit. Super jump over here, avoid these stairs. Open your save quit menu to avoid the text. There's a lot of text here. So you want to just like shoot, I guess, and when you think he's gonna spawn. And then how do I explain this? So it's RNG where he spawns, and whenever, so if you look at the the Google Doc for the speedrun, there's like these colored borders that show where he's intangible. So like pretty much this whole like bottom area that I'm on, and like most of this right side quadrant, if he's like bouncing around there and you're hitting him, then you'll hear him get hurt, but he won't take damage. So so you have to kind of like wait for him to come more to the middle or left side. So yeah, normally it takes 5 hits to break the shell, and then 2 more hits to kill him. So I hit him 7 times by the time it broke. So I'm gonna try to tech skip here. Oh, I just wanted to show it off, but so if you open your save and quit menu on the same frame you kill him, also, then wow, that missed. That's crazy. Too close. Oh yeah, so he has to like start falling as well for him to actually take damage. So it's normally 5 hits to break his shell, and then 2 hits to kill him. Alright, I'll try one more time with the tech skip. Too early. Or too late. Yeah, so if you press like open your save quit menu on the same frame you hit him there, then all that text I got there would be skipped, but I wasn't able to get it. And then, most important trick. So, got the Wang boys. So if you swing right before touch the instrument, I think we'll whip it out, kind of. Or you get the side wang if you swing a little later. Alright, anyways. Always gotta show it off. We gotta annoy the people that that hate the wang, so wang it up. Alright, so yeah, it's copy this movement, I guess, aside from like if I take hits. Then yeah, try your best to not get hit. Or bow wow. So yeah, jumping over grass, jumping through water to not slow down as much. And then now that we have the rod... Oh wow, he killed it first. So gonna take this midway warp, since we're doing the Dungeon 2 revisit. And right here, it's 2D section, so you can... What I did was like I jumped slightly early and then swung to hit the piranha plant. Because if you jump like right at the edge, a lot of times you'll like trade hits or miss. So you can do the press down for about 8 frames thing to fall here, and then oh, what am I doing? And then there's like 2 different strats. The safe one, so you can just hook right beside the pot, and you can get like intangibility. Like you can see, I just walking through that guy. So kill the Pole's voice, kill the Keiths, and then kill Stalfos. So yeah, you can use like a different strat with Magic Rod as well, which is like more optimal. Use a different, even more different strat with like bomb arrows to hit Keiths and the Pole's voice. So you do the intangibility thing again there and walk through that Zol and then kill it with the hookshot. And then yeah, you can boots bonk here, you can jump in the middle of the pit after dashing off. And then skipping text here, and then you can equip Magic Rod and the bracelet to have an easier 2-cycle than in like the Hundo video for reference. And any percent no squoob and stuff like that. Yeah, so after about 4 throws, if you're staying on the bottom there, then he might hit you. So, hit with the flame. And then, so I clipped into the wall and threw the pot to the left, and that breaks it instantly. And then just spammed flames with the magic rod here. So. I think it's also slower to like Wang voice again here, but hey. Just do it anyway. Pretty sure it's like technically faster to equip boots there. So, boots and bracelet, and then you would equip boots and bombs here. Or then you would equip boots and bombs for an easier bomb trigger afterwards, up here. So, get talked up by the owl, and then got a couple strats here for bomb triggering for the windfish egg. Now that we have all the instruments, so you can either boots bonk, get up here. Yeah, boots bonk and up. So yeah, and then press up and bombs. If you don't have the bombs equipped yet, like you probably normally wouldn't, then you can also you know, do it, and then you'd you know, equip the bombs and then just buffer up and bombs. Make that easier for yourself. You can just ignore the boots bonk and then line yourself up to the top of this screen, and then yeah, and then press both. And yet again, you can just like pause buffer that instead if you. Alright, so national anthem. People like to be quiet there, but I don't really care. Alright, so when you fall down here, the pattern is left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. You don't need to drop a bomb there, just for reference, but and I have like a couple extra, so. So when you get here, so want to equip your sword and bombs. So yeah, if you don't read the book in the library, then it's left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. So you drop in here. You want a bomb trigger by mashing bombs as we're falling in. To skip 12 seconds worth of text. So I picked up the bomb, and was holding B through it so that I have my sword out. And then I clip myself into the wall right here to have the right like pixel setup. So I'm gonna have to actually load the save state because I think I messed up the rest of the window. So yeah, you cancel the music by bomb triggering here, because look how long this takes if you don't bomb trigger. It's sad we skipped the banger music though. And he also won't spawn in this spot, so then it's really difficult, and also like kind of like subpixel dependent whether you can stun lock him with your sword. So it's usually better to just equip the powder and like, you know, spam it at him at this point. So just in case this happens to you. So yeah, sometimes you can like hit him before he like disappears. Again, you might get like all 3 hits in. I did not. Yeah, so that's how you defeat the first phase if you don't have the manip set up. A lot of kids got stuck on that for a while. So yeah, yet again, so. Oh, if you have no bombs left after the bomb trigger, you can also, slash your sword. Oh my god, I forgot what pitch it is, but yeah, so you can still stun lock it with like swinging your sword there as well. Whoops. And yeah, so I think for screwing up RNG manips, you need to not move diagonally as well in general. So I'm always moving in cardinal directions only. So yeah, so here, so with the bomb setup, so after the first hit, then I drop the bomb, as you can see. And then there's an app I use called Ball Buster, which carries out this manip. So after the first 2 hits, then 50-50 RNG, whether he'll give you an energy ball or a blue ball. I don't have the app open, so I'm gonna just save state my way through, I guess. Alright, so that was still a good spot. I don't memorize them by heart, so I have no idea, honestly. Alright, cool. Yeah, so kill that phase, and then if you hit Moldworm here before it starts moving, you can stun lock it. If you fail to stun lock it like this, then ideally you want to try and chase him down with your boots to do twice as much damage. You can kill in about 8 hits. If you don't fail that, and you want the stun lock, then oh, I dropped the bomb. I was like reaching over to... Yeah. So you can hit him and get your 16 damage faster, because he has like less iframes while you're spamming him down there. And then yeah. And Ganon phase is 12 health, and you can only damage him with spin slashes or your boots dash at this point. The game, then spin slash the Shadow Lamola, and then yeah, feather and arrows. You need at least 16 arrows to defeat the boss, assuming you don't miss. So it's RNG how long he takes to open his eye, and if you execute correctly, you can get like 4 arrows per cycle. You can also walk, like, take contact damage from his body to lose only half a heart instead of 1 whole heart. So you can have your invincibility frames like through the hands and whatnot, and not get knocked backwards and all that. I almost missed that cycle. I was like not paying attention. I was like falling asleep because he was also asleep. So yeah, after you defeat him, you can stand right here and just buffer up and left. Don't jump though. So if you buffer up and left, Link will just move onto the stairs. And then yeah, when Link hits the top of those stairs on the previous floor and the screen transition fades to white, then that's when time is. The time ending the timer got changed because in some other categories where you skip the final boss, you can still take damage as you're going up the ladder or the stairs, and you can actually like die before it's over, even though you lose control of Link. So the rules got changed many years ago due to that. Anyways, hope this helps someone. Hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, if you want to shoot me a follow, I'm at Ryan_Ford522. Most of the socials. I can't believe it's been 4 years since I made the Hundo and OoB tutorial, but yeah, community was talking about like updating this video, so I did leave out one strat, which was like the Dungeon 2 revisit. So yeah, if you want to look that up on Xander's guide, I think he has it, and if not, then I guess you'd probably have to look at TGH's run, which at this time is the world record at 48:59. So yeah, relatively. I think my PB is I like kind of recently PB'd like 2 months ago. It's like a 13, something like that. I forgot the exact number. But anyways, easily fact check that. Anyways. Oh wow, it's actually past midnight now. So it's my 14-year stream anniversary. So I'm gonna go live soon. All right, peace out.